that might be a little bit hopeful, aggressive, if you want to put it that way. I mean, that'd be cool. I don't think I'm not anywhere near ready to finish this yet, though. I don't think. Let's see here. Let me finish up my tweets and all that. Uh-oh. Your wife wasted money on you. That's sad news? Or the fact that she wasted money. What did she do? She bought Vanguard. So that's why you were saying that you installed. So is that what you're talking about, where you said there were no shaders with the new update? Like, are you able to install Vanguard yet, or is it still like pre-order? Because I saw you said something about updating and no shaders. Enter the key, just a pre-order. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Are you able to pre-install it too? Like, I assume so, right? Like, Battle.net works kind of like Steam, where you can download it beforehand. No shader installs on Warzone. That's kind of cool. I like that idea. Save a little bit of trouble, if you will, or whatever. No preload yet. I kind of figured this might be a little bit early for the preload, but I thought I'd ask, you know. So what else is going on? Have you been playing any Warzone, or are you just keeping it updated? I did the Battle Pass again. And I think I've played it once since I did it. Haven't touched it in forever. Yeah, I remember you said after you got the win, you basically hadn't touched it. But yeah, I got this season, what is it, season 5? I got the Battle Pass again. And like I said, I don't think I have 2 hours or 3, maybe 2 hours into it so far this season. I had actually almost thought about playing it tonight for the stream, but I don't want to play multiplayer games regularly on the stream. So that didn't happen. But yeah. I'm gonna finish this up. Let's see. Let's see, GG's hype. Yeah, I think like Joe and I kind of figured out that it's easier for us to sit and do like a campaign game, right? And just to kind of like play through it, be able to take our time. And you know, it's just because you got to focus so much on the team. Like, I don't want to be unattentive to the team when I'm streaming, but I also don't want to be unattentive to the stream, like to the chat, if I'm trying to play the game. So, I'm not saying I won't ever play multiplayer games again, but I definitely want to focus, like, the focus of what I do on the stream, I want to go campaign games. For now, at least. If I suddenly get, like, ridiculously good at any of the games, then it might be a little different. You know, like if I'm consistently, like, really high up there, that might be different, but, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see, let's do that. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that stuff. That's fine. 2042, really hope my skill transfers over from 5 and 4. That'd be nice. I actually I think I have 5 installed, but I haven't touched it at all. Let me see real quick. You do really well on those? Oh, okay. I thought I had 5 installed. Maybe I don't. Also, the Medium is another game that I had started, and I only got to like the first portion of the game, and I never played after that. So that's probably going to be the next game after I finish this. I will most likely get back to playing the Medium. Yeah. I got through the first part, and I kind of just got like had to take a break from it for a bit. So, finished Layers of Fear 1. I never played the first one. I have Layers of Fear 2 from Epic when they had that available. Speaking of which, I haven't checked to see what the Epic game is right now, if they have a free game right now. Let's see. What am I trying to do? Yup. Yeah, I know you guys are planning on doing some Phasmo, right? And Right, what was it? I saw something else, right? Oh, maybe some Apex or Phasmo. Yeah. That was cool. I heard the new Phasmo updates are like crazy. Like it's like actually difficult to hide now. Because I remember watching like you and Joe playing it before, and it felt like when you would hide in the closet, like it was like really easy to get away from them. The game is hard now. Yeah. I heard that like the ghosts are just a lot more aggressive to like any sounds that they hear and stuff. So like you can't even like whisper to your chat while you're playing. That's good though. Honestly, like I feel like it should be. As long as you can still like finish a hunt, right? Is that what they call it in the game? They hunt electronics as well. Oh, so if you're like carrying like the detector and stuff like that, I forget what the. I don't know. I've never actually played the game, so I'm kind of just like talking from what I've seen. But yeah, I heard it's like yeah. But like I said, as long as like you can still successfully like do a ghost hunt, right? Like as long as you can still actually succeed, that's good. Like because sometimes it did seem like you would just spend a lot of time and it was really kind of easy. Also, some if you look in their general direction, they come right at you. Oh, nice. Nice. Very difficult and you blow through money. Yeah. And I guess, did they change anything about the pricing structure for like the equipment? Or is it just that because it's so much harder now, like you have to spend more? No, they didn't even change that. That's just how much more difficult it's gotten. That's cool though. Like I said, that game always kind of seemed like you could spend a lot of time just walking around and kind of like barely have interactions with the ghost, but I kind of like what I've seen. Like the little bit that I've seen of the updates, it looks a lot more engaging. I don't know if that's really the right word, but it just seems like there's a lot more going on where you actually kind of feel the risk a little bit more. If you don't get all the tasks done and guess correctly and get all the evidence collected, you barely get anything. Oh! So if you don't get all the tasks done and guess correctly and get all the evidence collected, you barely get anything. Oh, so you still have to do all the tasks? You can get 3 clues and leave, but you'll get less than like 40 bucks. So they want you to focus on the tasks more now? Like I know, right, you had to like take pictures of dirty water and stuff like that. That's cool though. Otherwise it's almost a bust to do so. They want you to complete every investigation completely to get top dollar. Oh, well, that's cool. Like, I feel like that's kind of what you should do. Because if you can blow through and just kind of like guess at a couple of the things and like get through, like you really shouldn't get as much. But if you accomplish all of the things that they set for you, then you should get top dollar. Makes sense to me. So that's cool though. It's still a game that like I don't really necessarily have any interest in playing myself, but it is a lot of fun to watch other people play. Good change of pace, and the new ghosts are creepy as all get out. Yeah, I've seen a couple pictures of 1 or 2 of the new ones, and it's pretty intense, the way they've done some of the new ones. I like it. So, it's very cool. But speaking of potentially creepy crap, let's go hop into this. So I have no idea how far along in this game I am. I really don't think... And actually, I'm going to turn this music off. So that should have now effectively muted that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I don't really have any idea how far along I am in this. It feels like there's still a lot to do, but of course I don't know for sure. At this point, it's just going to be enjoying the crap out of it, especially now that I've finished Doom. Like, I feel like that was a big weight on my shoulders, like, thinking about like I hadn't finished Doom yet. So now that that's done, it's kind of like all bets are off. I'm ready to just play the crap out of whatever I'm playing. All right, so I have to remember what I'm doing right now too. Investigate the X-ray light box object of power. I don't even know. Research / hypnosis. No. Where's the map? So I'm in Atlas Chamber. Did I just get into this chamber? Is that what happened here? Kind of feel like I just got in here. My mouse sensitivity is way too low now. I forgot I adjusted stuff, so. Mouse sensitivity, let's make this like 6. I can't type in here? It feels better. All right, let's see. Let's try. I mean, technically I should be doubling what the mouse was, but that'll be good for now. Yeah, that'll be good for now. So which direction did I actually come from? Now I don't remember. So another thing that I've been thinking about doing, which I haven't really yet, I'm planning on changing my keybinds to shift my fingers over to the right one. So I'm actually kind of using the home row keys. So it'll be ESDF instead of WASD. Haven't done it yet, but I really am planning on doing it because I just think that would be really cool to have some extra keys available, because you technically end up with 3 more buttons to use. And there are times where that could definitely be helpful. Haven't done it yet, but I'm definitely considering doing it. So that needs clearance level 5. Have I been in here yet? Whoa! That broom broke a lot of stuff. It's just a broom. Did that break the camera? It broke the camera. I wonder if I can do an achievement like they have in Portal 2 for breaking all the cameras. That I can't go through. Okay. Oh, this was the entrance, right? Okay, so I walked into here. What's my melee? I don't remember the melee. Oh, there it is. Well, that's just the dash thing. Oh, energy boost. There's something else to read here. Or something. There we go. Or not.
Reminder, if the contents of your workspace have been rearranged, removed, added to, or altered in any other way, you should immediately leave the area while speaking to yourself in a reassuring tone. This will not only keep you calm, but also the room. Thank you for your attention.
That's pretty funny. Keep speaking to yourself in a calm manner if you think you're going crazy. More or less. Alright, let's see. That way I couldn't go through. Okay, so... Did I actually go up here last time? I don't remember this. Interesting. Launch efficiency. Okay, so... I do have some new mods I can try to equip at some point. So I don't remember walking through this area. But apparently I did. Can I actually unlock this now? Oh, I can. Look at that. Yay. Okay, that's where I just was. That's that room there. Okay, so let's go up through here. Oh, yes. Okay, I remember. Okay. I do remember doing this fight the other day. couple weeks ago. It's been a couple weeks, so it took me a moment there, but I do remember doing this now. How do I change the weapon modes? Not that. Is it F? That's what it is. It's F. Okay. Oof. Come on. All right. Oh, geez. It's a guy with a thing. Oh, geez. Oh, he's already dead. Oh, no, he's not. Did I get him? I guess I did. Cool. Okay. So I do remember that, yes, I did in fact do at least some of this fighting. Ooh, I like that trick. Okay. So what do I need to do? I need to get into the... Oh, I have something... Oh, that was probably the thing I just...
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally...
I did see that one. Okay. The map though. Okay, I'm in the Atlas chamber, so that doesn't help me. But there's the X-ray thing that I want to see, which is in... I gotta remember how to hit the buttons. It's in the hypnosis lab. Now they also want me to do that, but that's the main mission. So let's go back out, because I don't want to necessarily follow the main mission yet. No, no, no. Come on. Why does it say I have something else? Oh, that's the one I heard before. Okay. Not worried about that. Alright, so yeah, I want to get back to hypnosis. I want to see if I can get into hypnosis and get that other, that object of power. I don't remember what the ability is for it, but I want to get it. Run, 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 run. These doors. Okay, here we go. Alright, so this is central maintenance. Yeah, so this whole blacked out area I haven't been to yet. Now I don't remember where... I actually don't remember where hypnosis is. I should have stayed at the... I should have gone back in there actually, and I should have used the fast travel thing. That would have made more sense than doing this. Oh well. Sector elevator. Okay, let's try that. Let's see if that will take me closer. Research. Yes. Pretty sure that's where it is. Hypnosis and research. We'll find out. Okay, my chat thing was totally frozen for the last 10 minutes. I don't know why that did that. Irritating the crap out of me. Yeah. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Okay. 3 clues. Well, change of pace. There we go. That's where I was. It's a change of pace. The new ghosts are creepy. Main story on how long to beat is 11.5 hours gameplay. Oh, okay. Completionist is 26. Got you up still and can hear doing trigger fire gift stuff. No problem. Joe, what's up? My chat was frozen. My preview thing, I couldn't. It wasn't updating. The only reason I noticed that something was wrong was because I'm looking at the session time and I'm like, how have I only been live for 13 minutes? And then I noticed the clock wasn't even changing. Ridiculous. Anyway, I guess to make these GIFs clear background, I have to download GIMP, and to do all this crap, it's usually a better, yeah, using like GIMP or something like that to cut the background is the best way to do it. Yeah, ain't gotta talk to me. F that Joey guy. Nah, he's fine. I like that Joey guy. Speaking of emotes, actually, I finally got 15 slots, or 15 sub points. So I finally got my second emote slot. I did upload it, but I'm waiting for approval. So eventually that will happen. So now if I go back to the game, is this going to keep running? Yeah, see, now it's running. Whatever. Computers, you know? Set them up to do the things you want to do, and they're just like, nah, we're not going to do that, right? So see, I don't remember where Hypnosis Lab is. Did they even list? I don't even see Hypnosis on here. My guess would be that top right that I don't have the area for yet is probably what it is. That would be my guess. Or even up above parakinesiology. Yeah, I don't think I've even been to Hypnosis yet. Now that I look at that. Okay. Maybe I'll go back to what I was doing then. Okay. Gotta go back to the Blackrock Lab. Okay, so I'm going back to where I was. Yeah, it was very strange because all I did, I think, was I alt-tabbed off of my my stream manager. I don't even think I did anything else. But for some reason, that was enough to lock up the chat and everything. Nothing was updating for me. Good times. Good times. All right, so nope, that's field training. It's the power plant, Blackrock processing. Here we go. It's through here. Oh, hey, these guys are showing back up now. Oh, did he die already? Oh no. That killed him. Who else is shooting? Oh. Oh, there's somebody over there too. I can go in here now. Was I in here? Oh, I have been in here. Never mind. That's right. I knew that. Okay, so through here I have to go though. It's funny because I was thinking, like, I know Venom said he was gonna go play something, but I didn't expect him to just suddenly just be quiet. Whatever. Good times, good times. So Joe, how was your day, by the way? If you're still there. Venom, me too. I don't even remember if I asked how your day was. I'm sorry. I'm bad. Pretty good? Nice. Network processing through this way. Okay, so yeah, back up here like I thought. Just dumb people, you know, nothing new. Yeah. Well, that what you were saying about the people with the masks, like demanding that you have them on and then hanging out smoking. I was like, what is wrong with people? Like, it's, you know, they can demand for everybody else to be doing that thing, but then, like, the same thing doesn't apply to them, I guess? People are silly. Silly and ridiculous. So, is there something I'm supposed to do here? Because this kind of looks like... That kind of looks like that needs to be opened. Voluntary, certain death, and death by chance is different. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Listen, I'm choosing to make myself die like this. It's fine. It's funny because I even had a little conversation with my wife the other day because she's vaccinated and I'm not. They're going back to masks. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, yippee. He was so bummed to hear that, harden the kids. Yeah, I can imagine because, you know, kids like being able to see each other's faces and to like read expressions and stuff like that. You know, us adults, like, we don't care. But, you know, there's a lot that like kids can get from each other with that. So, yeah, I can understand. That's right. I was going through here. I forgot. I never got to the lab this way. So, as I was saying, the other day we were out, and my wife made a point of like, you know, you gotta put your mask on when we go out because, you know, I'm at least vaccinated and you're not. I'm like, yeah, but they're saying that people that are vaccinated carry just as well as people who aren't. So, I don't know. I don't know.
I wasn't kidding about that monster.
Oh, that's right. Wait, no, I did accomplish this part. I fought the monster thing that was in here.
HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism?
I hope this didn't like go back to before I fought this thing, because I definitely fought the creature that was in here. Where do I need to go for that? Ritual division. Okay, so now they want me to go back to ritual division. Gotta hurry up and get back there. Come on! Gotta run! Fast travel. Where's ritual division? There we go. It's not a perfect thing, nor will it ever be. They're talking about boosters, and this will be a yearly thing. Yeah, they're treating it like the flu now. Eventually approving it for kids, and then eventually vaccines that get added to the ones that you get right after you're born. Which is just absolutely ridiculous. It's like, come on. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I don't mean to say like I'm knocking anybody who does get the vaccine. Like, if that's what makes you feel safe, then okay. But at least be like willing to hear like, you know, the science behind what's going on and stuff, you know. I don't know. Key hiss targets, huh? So these guys are key targets? They're relatively easy for key targets. I hate how sometimes like I can't see like the head when they're in the shadow like that. There we go. Yay. Okay, now I can go back to what I was doing. Yeah, I know. That's what I was already doing. Atlas chamber, I guess. I guess that's where I gotta go back to. Okay. That's right. See, I remember now. I forgot. I had forgotten. It was a couple weeks, so I forgot that I had finished that fight. And so now I have to go back through here because I'm supposed to go and find the crystal or something. Prism. Prism. I have to find a prism. That's what it is.
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster.
Nope, he
You
wasn't.
showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them.
Can you go through, huh?
Help me find a prism?
Can you help me find a prism? Well, let's look. Let's look in here.
There are areas in the oldest house where under the right conditions, when frequencies match, other dimensions leak in.
Oh.
We call these areas thresholds.
Hmm.
The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where black rock comes from.
You heard that too, right?
Dimensional matter.
Black rock
It
comes
has the
from a
unique
threshold.
property of blocking out
quarry.
a low frequencies. A
So
good thing.
the prisms must be there too.
Contain it. Think of it as paranatural lead.
Oh.
Our research involves many dangerous things we absolutely need
I know.
to keep in check. That's what the Black Rock Line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code for the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. Black Rock 665.
Oh, okay.
Neighbor of the Beast. Get it?
Okay.
We can do that again if you...
Well then. Oh, that was just okay. If I wanted to focus on that, I could do that.
This should get us into the quarry.
Nice. Should get us into the quarry. So 11 and a half hours, huh? Is the rough playtime, Venom said, for just playing it. And 26 is completionist. See, I'm not necessarily trying for a full-on like completionist playthrough either. So 11-ish, 12-ish hours I think I could do. That's, you know, I'm probably about halfway there. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm enjoying it, but the game's just not quite as, like, wow, as, like, I thought it would be. Or should I say it's not quite as whoa as I thought it would be. I don't know why I had to be a Keanu Reeves reference, but it was. I mean, it's cool. I just don't necessarily...
Everything here is crazy. Weird, but it feels right. Like how the world should be. I am in an infinite building leading to different dimensions, and I never want to leave. Even with all the horror, I'm happy.
Okay. I mean...
It feels sane. Or just the right kind of insane.
It feels sane. I think the just the right kind of insane makes more sense to me. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Alright, so that's the entrance to the quarry. Is there anything else over here? Okay, so I'm up on top of the, okay. I see where I am. Yeah, you know, and it's kind of like now too, Joe. I don't know how it is for you, but with all the games that are out now, it's like I don't really want to spend time trying to be a completionist. Like I want to play the game and I want to get on to the next one. Is kind of the way I'm feeling about it. Like I don't necessarily want to rush through like just going through the campaign, but it's like I don't want to spend a crap ton of time just going back and forth trying to figure things out just for the sake of the completionism. Like I want to be able to I want to be able to play more. And like as it is, I have like over 2 terabytes worth of games installed. It's like I don't need to be sitting here spending all of this time with like 1 or 2 games. I mean, come on, Doom took me as long as it did. That game should not have taken me that long at all. Oh, that was a one-shot kill kind of thing. Oh, those guys are like snipers. Oh, it's one of these guys. Okay, well that's fine. If you want to fly around up there, you go ahead and stay out of my view. Got him! Got him! Oh. Oh yeah, I have stuff to read, I forgot. Research and records, unread. Okay. BlackRock. BlackRock has allowed the Bureau to make great strides. Oh, where's my thing? To make great strides in containment procedures since it was first discovered. This report will examine how its very structure is comprised of density that nullifies all resonances with a range of 2 Hz. Bureau innovations that incorporate BlackRock will be analyzed, most notably the fire breaks, feats of engineering designed to contain any future outbreaks, attacks, or other internal threats. The goal of this report is to encourage Bureau staff to explore further innovations using BlackRock, as work in that field has markedly slowed in recent years. Refer to File 593-1733 for a full report. Okay. What about the other one? Where's the other one? Ah, here we go. Dynamic Energy Extraction and Conversion Sarcophagus Container. The NSC was designed by order of Deputy Chief Trench shortly before he became director. The container provides a safe method of extraction of excessive energy output while acting as a humane way to house him. The coolant pumps keep the container and its from overheating while the energy is siphoned. The energy is then conducted to the converters where it is rendered into through the use of turbine generators. The electricity produced powers the entire Bureau, making us completely self-sufficient and effectively invisible to the New York City grid. That's pretty cool. Whatever that is, we should get some of that. After NSC-01's disappearance by some unknown manifestation of the power, the occupant was restrained and a second model was built. NSC-02 possesses built-in spatial anchors that are designed to prevent any translocative effect from its occupant. Refer to File 9230544 for a full report. Okay. Give me 1 second. I have something I meant to do before, which I forgot about. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that was that. This should be just the video that I just saw a minute ago. And it won't even trigger. Okay, no problem. NSC internal movement detected. Oh, internal movement, you say? Somebody is moving inside the NSC. Weapon mods full. Headshot damage up 68%. Okay. No, G. That's what I want. Grip. Let's see. Which one is this that I have equipped? It's up 41%. So this one is up 41, so we're going to deconstruct this one because there is the one that's on the ground right next to me. Weapons mods full. Okay. Alright, so let's do this too. This is 9%, that is 8. Okay, so we're going to put that on. This was the 8 deconstruct. And I think we're going to leave, so let's launch up 14%. This is only up to 9. Get rid of that. Launch efficiency 12, and that was 14. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's get back to here, back to grip. Let's see. I have a lot of stuff on here I should get rid of. I have lots of weapon mods, that's the problem. Okay, so this one, too much. Let's see. Accuracy boost, rate of fire boost. That sounds fun. Exclusive to shatter, ammo cost per shot down 5. let's see. So that is down 6, and this one is down 5, so we can get rid of this one. Alright, so let's get out of here so I can pick that up, open the loadout. I'm going to go back into grip, and I'm going to put the headshot one back on, because that's 68% extra damage with a headshot. I like that idea. Alright, so where did we come in? I think we came in from there. So this is the one where we want to go out. And I'm like paranoid to keep looking over at my chat to see, make sure the timer is still running and everything like that. Love it when that kind of thing messes with you like that. Black Rock Quarry. Okay, so the quarry is in here. Can I open this? Okay. You're still here? Oh, nice. Good. No, I mean, it's fine if you guys are just chilling and not talking. It's just, like I said, now I'm just paranoid. After it, like, locked up on me, it's just... Computer, Twitch, whatever the problem is. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I want to just jump down there. So I'm on the quarry level? That's weird the way this works. So it says I'm on... I guess I'm on level... Oh, the elevator's downstairs, but I'm on level 2, I guess. That's weird. Alright, anything in here for me? Yeah. Yeah. More remnant stuff. Alright. I guess the call button is from the other side. Alright. Let's go over there and get that. Oh boy.
Elevator's broken.
Of course it is.
Gotta get down the old-fashioned way.
Gotta get down the old-fashioned way. So we gotta jump? Like this? Okay. I guess that's what they want me to do. I think I got that with a headshot at least once. Oh, this is the old-fashioned way, huh? This looks like the old dangerous way. Which way do I have to jump down now? Is there a thing to jump? Yeah, okay. I thought that was going to be too far, but I guess not. Okay. This makes me think of like Half-Life. Especially like Half-Life 2 where you gotta climb around on the different pipes and stuff sometimes. Usually that's to ascend though, not to descend. So this is almost like they're making a callback to that, but not. That... Yay! Yeah, see, that was... I think that was definitely a headshot, and that was definitely a lot faster than normal. The one thing I will say though, the way they're like notching out the rails, it makes it so much easier to understand what they want you to do. Like almost too easy. It's like they're telling you, like, yeah, you gotta go this way, and just jump down here. Like it's not a puzzle at all. Oh, okay, I was worried that was gonna happen. Oh, there's a thing going on over here. Oh, the headshots are definitely more powerful now. I like it. I like it. Where are you? I heard you. Oh. That's where you are. Headshots are more powerful, for sure. Alright, so that area over there, I have a feeling I will only be able to get to once I cleanse this. pretty awesome. I really like that when it shifts like that and everything just kind of like rearranges. Oh, okay. Can I have my, yeah, there we go. That thing? I like how the headshots even through the hiss mist, like... Oh wait, speaking of which, oh yeah, that. I was like, I know there's like an ability thing I have to keep in mind. Yay. I don't know, see, it's weird. Every once in a while the aiming is like a little bit funky. Like it's just not quite as like as good as I feel like it should be. Like that. Like tracking is just weird in the game. I guess that's what it is. Tracking just feels strange sometimes. Oh, where there's a few of them in here, huh? Was there? I thought there was another guy over there. I guess not. I wonder if I can get up into that. I wonder if I'm supposed to get up into that. This is gonna be like a maze kind of area, isn't it? Or is this... Okay, so this just goes down and back up, I assume. Okay. It's just like a route to go if I want to get all up in it. Yep, exactly. It's kind of the way I'm just handling it. I'm just getting up in it. Fight start, just go for it. Especially, I really like the upgraded headshot damage I just put on the gun. That felt a lot better. Like, they're just more aggressive. Oops. Okay. Can't go in there yet. Gotta go around. Can I guess over this way? Anywhere up here? Or that's just a step over there. Okay, not that way. Bunch of people. What's this? Oh, we got a thing to read. Let's see. Collectibles. Correspondence. Unread. We need additional diamond blades ASAP. Continuous rim this time to get the clean cut research wants. This black rock shit is tough. We're going through blades like we're made of the damn things. The dimensions for these slabs... The dimensions for these slabs of black rock they want are outrageous. For all the grief they're causing me, these fire breaks better work a treat. Go ahead and double the last order. Okay. So the guy wants to double the order. Oh, I thought I was going to fall and get hurt. Oh, it's one of those things. Oh, I missed. Where is it? I hear it. It's down there, though. I don't know if I'm going to have to interact with it. Like, I don't know if I actually have to fight it. Oh, that's interesting. Because of my HDR, like I can't even see. I hear it, and I know it's there. Oh, hey. I died. I tried to get a little too all up in it. Time for a death, guys. It's not bad, though. Almost an hour in, my first death. All the way back here, huh? Oh, okay. That's not that far. Now, did that save my, Yeah, that's the upgraded one. Come on. I mean, that takes care of it. Yeah, that guy, like, it didn't... Interesting. Interesting. Judge Judy Slayer, thank you for the follow. I saw that name earlier today somewhere. Where did I see that? I feel like I saw that name earlier today. I can't remember where. I feel like it was on my wife's thing, but I don't know for sure. Oh, hey, I got up this time. My wife's channel.
Oh.
That's...
Not what I expected.
Whoa. That reminds me of, like, 2001, Space Odyssey. That's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. So I don't know, probably gonna, if I should go back and get involved with that other area I was running for before. Whoa, okay, I died again. Oh my god, it's full of stars. Yeah, exactly, Timmy. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Seen that like that? That's what it reminded me of. Or even like the when they're at where the monolith is on the moon, and they were like checking out the monolith the first time. Oh, so now I don't have to worry about. Okay, well, I guess that's good. Hi, Timmy. How's your day, Timmy? I hope it was very sporktastic. I'm gonna make that a thing, by the way. Why do they look like the things from Last of Us? Right? Don't they kind of look like that? Day's okay. How's yours? It's been pretty good. It's always nice to be done with the workday and to get home and you know, play some games, do some streaming. I'm happy to be doing the like a schedule again, even if it's like one night a week. It's still nice. It just feels good. It feels good. I feel good. Something like that. But yeah. I got a new thing to read. Let's see. Federal Bureau of Control. Linda, I saw David last night. I was working late in the quarry when he stumbled out from behind some black rock. Looked like hell. I called up to medical right away. He was half starved. He's been missing for 2 weeks, so I guess it's not a surprise. While I was waiting for someone to come help, he kept telling me about some carvings, something about an ancient tree. I couldn't really understand him. When the medics came, they brought security. They grabbed David and hauled him off. They interrogated me for a couple of hours about what David had told me. Anyway, I know you're on the next shift, so I thought I'd leave this for you. He was your husband. You have a right to know. The way security was acting, well, I don't know if we're going to see David again. I'm so sorry, Linda. Burn this after you read it. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. That would not be a fun way to find out that your husband has more or less been abducted by the cops. And he's not coming back. Executive HISS nodes. Okay. Where do I gotta go this time? Come on, run, 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 run. Gotta go to comms. Gotta go to communications. Alright, back up this way. Let's go. See, and I bet this is part of the thing with, communications. Where's communications? There it is. Communications. So let's go to dead letters. Dead letters is closer. But I don't know if these side things are part of the completionist thing that makes it 26 hours, or if this is just like an optional thing. The gifts with sound effects are hilarious. I'm definitely gonna have to check them out. See what you did at some point. Oh my word, come on. Can't get these headshots, like what the heck? Okay, there we go. Alright, so there are nodes I have to take out. Yeah, destroy the... Okay, so it is this area. That's what I thought. Okay. Okay, that's one. Oh, hey! Don't mind if I do. Oh, where'd it go? Yeah, I know they're getting healed, but... Okay, okay, okay. That's the thing I gotta try to shoot. Where'd it go this time? There it is. That's shooting the door instead. Got it. Now I just gotta take these guys out. Oh, hey. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Sheesh. A whole lot of them in here right now. I mean, I guess at least I'm getting some XP or something, right? I hope. Alright, so there's supposed to be one more, probably on the other side. I think I see it over here. Yep, there it is. Yay. Okay. I feel like there's another one over there instead, but that's right. Yeah, so if any of you having fun setting up trigger fire? It's already set it up as channel points, like the stuff where it's going to be the combination with the sounds and the GIFs. Can't wait. Yeah, I know. I'm actually pretty excited to see what he's going to be doing with it. Why is it still like not doing points yet? Gonna see how it goes. Okay, no, that's fair. Scan your crime. Man, you're really making me want to see it too, though. If it's wrecking you like that, I'm excited to see what it's gonna be like. All right, so where am I going back to? I guess back to the Atlas chamber. I guess. No, quarry entrance. Quarry entrance. That's what I want. Yeah, don't want to have to go all the way through there again. Where is it? There it is. So let's see. They're gonna make me. You know what I was thinking? What were you thinking, Joe? The suspense. People that followed a long time ago and they don't come back. I'm just maybe they were just there in the moment or whatever, but they could easily have unfollowed. It's true. I do wonder sometimes, like, you know, when you get these like old follows, like how many of them actually even pay any attention to like your channel, like after they do it, you know? Hats off to them for not unfollowing. Yeah, no, I mean that's true. That's true. I mean, I definitely have quite a few people that I don't know if I have ever gone to their stream on my own, but I've been following for a while for some reason. I must have ended up there during a raid or something.
Whoa. Not what I expected.
Didn't I already see this on this life? Thought I did. Anyway. No, excuse me. But yeah, I agree. Like, it's that easy to unfollow. Moist taco. Something with this, with moist taco. That's funny. That's pretty awesome. It was epic. They were cool. They still follow, but never been back. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's interesting because I know I've seen people, like, for instance, there's one guy I noticed recently. I don't usually pay a lot of attention to my my viewers, but I did notice one time. It might have been last week, where there was somebody that I had raided one time when I was playing a game, and we got to chatting a little bit after I raided, and we followed mutually. And I actually have not been back to their channel since, not because I didn't like them, just because, you know, there's so many people to try to keep up with. But they followed me because of the raid, and, you know, I told them that I had been playing the game that they were playing, and I saw them lurking actually a week or two ago, and I was kind of like, oh, that's neat. So, but yeah, and that's the other thing that sucks though. Like when you follow people, like, you know, you end up in a raid and you're trying to follow somebody, or you find somebody you like, and you're like, yeah, this guy's pretty cool, like, you know, or girl, you know. But there's just so many people to try to follow. It's like you can't keep up with everybody, or there's so many people that you know, whatever. You end up following so many people and you can only watch so many of them. It's sad. It's frustrating, but you know, there are only so many hours in a day, and we've only got so many eyes and ears and fingers to type. Yeah. Yep. And that's one thing that sucks. Like, I've had a lot of times where, like, I want to go lurk somebody and I want to say hi, but I'm so afraid to say hi because I'm like, I'm at work and I don't know that I can actually continue interacting. And I don't want to be trying to have a conversation and, like, you know, the streamer asks me something and I completely miss it. And then they think that I just, like, ignored them or walked away, like, left. And I don't want to be that way. I've reached a point where most evenings there are 3 or 4 streamers I want to watch. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, it sucks because, you know, I definitely would love to just chill with, like, everybody. I mean, and that's me speaking as, like, an introvert. Like, I'm not really a very outgoing kind of guy. But, you know, when it comes to streams, I would love to be just chilling and talking with everybody. Try to remember back when I met all of you guys. I can't remember when it was awkward between us. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would assume early on. But I mean, like, Joe, Venom, like, the two of you guys, like, I feel like pretty much as long as I've been, like, a regular streamer, like, as long as I've tried to stream with any kind of consistency, like, I've interacted with you guys. The first person that I could name that I remember interacting with, that I don't actually interact with anymore, but Eric Wilson over on DLive, because he used to do so much stuff, you know, and I still comment on, you know, Twitter stuff and always, you know, stuff like that. But I haven't been to a stream of his in a long time because he's not. I don't think he's streaming on Twitch at all. He's on. I can't remember the name of the Vim. He's on Vim, and I think he's on Glimesh and maybe Trovo. But I haven't, you know, like I said, I haven't had a chance to, you know, go and chill with him at all in a long time. But Eric was one of the first people that ever, like, came into my chat and interacted with me while I was live, and it was really cool. Yeah, Eric is awesome. He's an awesome dude. He's, like, just one of the chillest dudes, and he's always trying to do, you know, good stuff for, you know, whatever community he's a part of. You know, like, when he used to do the DLive 24-hour stuff, like, that was just incredible. Like, to highlight people. It's just so chill. First person in my league? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Eric was the first person that ever interacted in mine. Like, I remember the situation that was happening. I was playing Scum, and I had some kind of a, like a big mushroom or something that I picked up in the game, and I was eating it, but I was walking around and, like, kept eating it, and the thing, like, did not go away. And there was a whole, like, interaction that we had back and forth, joking around about the fact that this mushroom, like, never ended. So that was fun. And that's the thing, like, all I can think of is, like, Joe and Venom. I mean, I know we met on DLive, but I can't even think of, like, when it was. Like, you know, I can't think of at all, like, when the first, like, you know, what stream, what it was, like, you know, what anybody was playing. I just feel like, you know, it happened. You know, we just ended up in each other's streams, and then whatever. Yeah, he used to do tile installs. Yep, exactly. Yeah, no, I believe that. Yeah, I don't know if I mean, I think he still does, even if not, like, full-time like he had been. But as far as I know, that's last I remember having a chat with him, that's what he was working on. Oh, jeez. I feel like this fight is going to be annoying. I gotta find that thing and get rid of it. That ring that's floating around somewhere. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get rid of. Sheesh. And no, Venom, you don't always make it awkward. Maybe just like some decent percentage of the time. You try. I mean, hey, that's cool. Let's see. All right, there was another power up I wanted to try to grab. I don't know what this one is. Damage while aiming, boost 25%. I don't even think I have. Oh, that's a reload efficiency. See, I feel like I should actually not. Ammo refund? See, this one I don't think I like. That one just seems kind of silly. I mean, I get it, that would be cool, but I don't think that's what I want. Weapon armor damage. Ooh, that's cool. So what am I using currently? Reload efficiency and headshot boost. So reload efficiency, I feel like that I could probably, I don't know. I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna keep that one. All right, so now I gotta figure out what they want me to do. I saw a button up here or something. Oh, it's not a button. It's another collectible. Ooh, quarry incident. Ooh, let's see. Incident report. During my weekly safety inspection to the quarry threshold, I discovered the entire crew in a state of... The whole team was aligned and staring in a uniform direction. The city in the distance. Despite my most vocal efforts to gain their attention, they remained for more than minutes until I had to resort to literally... Afterwards, they were dazed and could not provide any rationale for their behavior or any specific memories of engaging in it. My official recommendation for any crew working in a threshold area is to either shorten the length of their shifts or to carry out mandatory psychological evaluations on a weekly basis, or, preferably, both. And maybe we should order another expedition to the city. Refer to file 558-3096 for full report. No problem. Sounds good. Assets. What do I... Oh, okay. Health recovery. Oh, okay. This one I can get rid of because that's only 7. That's 13. So even if I don't use that, it's better off. Shield boost. Shield energy cost down 13. See, this is already level 4 though. It's up to 38. And I don't have... No, okay. What was this again? Energy boost, plus 9. Energy recovery speed. Let's switch to that. That might be a little better off. Okay. So what is there to do now? And I have all these things, so... Ah, that's what I thought. Yep, okay. So, yep. This is what I have to do for sure. Where's the other one? There's another one up there. Oh, it's too far away. Let's see, can I get up here? Come on, Jesse. Let's go. Voila. And there we go. So what do I do now? Activate the explosives. Oh, this is now. Okay. GIFs, videos, and sounds. Wow. By the way, Venom, if you follow their Discord, the Triggerfire Discord, every once in a while, I got a prism.
Right where you led me. The HRAs, the prisms, they mean something to you. I need to get this prism to Marshall before it's too late.
Okay.
HRAs, then Dylan.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I actually have to fight this thing or just run from... Oh, there's more than one in here. Come on, Jesse. Jump, would you? Sheesh. So, anyway. If you go to the Triggerfire Discord, every once in a while he puts in codes to get extra slots unlocked to be able to add more things. I don't know if you're necessarily going to be trying to add a lot of stuff like that, but just figured I'd throw that out there for you. Man, there are a bunch of them over here. I'm just gonna run right past. Screw you guys. Or not. You know what? Let me not. Let me not. Yeah, if you go to the top right menu, there's a thing about like usage or something like that, and I think it's like it starts out with like 20 slots per item. I think that's what it is. Alright, screw these guys. I'm getting out of here. They can have their fun. And I think I need to open up from this side. Gonna keep the triggers hidden and have people find them on their own. Yeah, I think it's fun to do it like that. That's why, like, I think Justice has like 20 or 30 different sounds, and they've all been used at one time or another, as far as I remember. But a lot of them, like, I guess people have forgotten about, so they don't get triggered very often. And even mine, I have like a lot more. I have a lot of sounds on mine, but hardly any of them get used, and that's fine. Like, I'm not, you know, I just have them on there because I thought it'd be neat to have a whole bunch on there. But I don't necessarily expect everybody to use like all of my triggers every time. There we go. Oh, of course. There we go. Was that a trigger warning? Yes, it was a warning that I have lots of triggers. By the way, Mr. Stainless, I noticed another DeLorean driving around today, and I did not see you in the driver's seat. So, I thought it was kind of interesting to see that there is more than one in our vicinity. How was your day today, Stainless? It's definitely not you? Okay, well, you were not driving around today then. Yeah, they drove right past us, like right by my house. I was kind of like, hey, cool. But yeah, it was not you in the driver's seat. I know that much. But if you weren't driving it around, then that is even more proof that it was not you. Took the POS Chevy to work, and was there for 12 hours. Oof. Yeah, that was not you then. That's for sure. Yeah, it was nice because I turned around, took the Chevy to the levee. Yeah. Showed my age there. Listen, Stainless is actually the oldest person in the room right now, I think. Let's see. I have so many of these upgrades. I gotta get rid of some of these. Let's see. Shatter. Let's get rid of some of these. Shatter projectile exclusive to shatter. Projectile spread narrowed down. Oh, that's kind of cool. It was pretty damn. Can have that title. Well, you know, we gotta have something. Reload efficiency 10. I think the reload efficiency. Oh, whoops. Is that the only one I have? Yeah, that was. Okay. My, this here Anakin guy. Yeah, maybe Vader someday later. No, he's just a small fry. Very good. Very good. The levee was moist. Very moist. Car is technically 2 months older than you are. Well, that makes sense. Projectiles fired +3, +4. Okay, so we can get rid of this one. Projectiles are +2. We can get rid of that one. Let's see, that's -7. That's -7. So this is a duplicate. That's -15. That's -10. Famous song lyric: drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was moist. Yes. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was moist. Imagine how many times that would get played on the radio. Like 3. Let's see. I just have so many of these different weapons. Like I'm trying to figure out, or I mean, the weapon mods. Where was the one? Projectile spread. That's what I wanted to put on, actually. I have all these other ones too, though. These are like duplicates. +10, +15. That one I'm gonna get rid of. +20, +28. Okay, we can get rid of that. +11, +13, +18. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't need to have all these duplicates of the same thing, because they're just duplicates. The great old classic. It would be funny to, like, the 2021 remix. Yeah, the good old boys drinking White Claws and wine. Saying this will be the day that I cry, this will be the day that I cry. Yeah, it sounds like the appropriate remix. Let's see, okay. Damage boost 24. Damage boost 15. Get rid of the 15. Alright. White Claws. I'm offended. Whoa! Where'd you come from? My dude! You just came flying out of the sky. Millennials. Imagine! Oh, good times. Let's see. What am I trying to do again? Central Executive. Okay. I have to get back to Marshall. So fast travel to Central Executive. I'm trying to think how many, excuse me? I'm actually trying to think of how many hours I have in the game. Because I did 3 or 4 streams of 2 to 3 hours worth of gameplay. Now it also wasn't like, it wasn't like I ran directly through those sections either, so.
Who does she think she is, author?
Had to take a detour into the quarry, but I found plenty. Here.
We will start HRA production immediately. I promised I'd tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
This is it?
Yeah?
She knows. 17 years I've waited.
I don't know anything.
Brother is here. He was once known as Prime Candidate 6, codenamed P6. We brought him here after the Ordinary event. He was groomed to be the future director. He
Ordinary
had
is a
talents
place,
far
by the way.
beyond any other candidate in the program.
Of course he did. We found you together. We share a bond. Are you with him now?
So you kidnapped him.
We took him in. Your parents vanished along with every other adult in Ordinary. Eventually, his power changed him. There were casualties. He wasn't fit to be the director.
Did you know
Oops.
about this? Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away?
Where is Dylan?
He's kept in the containment sector, in the Panopticon.
My brother. I thought we were the same. What if we are?
What if we are?
I'm going. Now.
I expected as much. I need to go check on something. Something I
expected as much.
Find. It shouldn't take long, but you must watch the Bureau while I'm gone. And remember, Dylan is dangerous. Do not let him out, Director Faden.
How do I make her stop calling me that? I'm not here for them.
I'm just Jesse.
Nothing simple here. These people took my brother, but they've accepted me without question.
Because they know.
Are they my enemies or my friends?
Yes. They're both.
I need to see Dylan. I need to know. I wish you could tell me what you know, explain things. Just stay with me, okay?
Oh.
I could use a friend right now.
Yep, a little bit. Oh, Jesse. He wrote Jesse. Ooh.
We've located numerous safe rooms with survivors inside. We're waiting on HRAs before we open them. Once we can safely bring them out, survivors will be escorted here straight away.
Okay.
Keep me updated.
So there was... Oh, parapsychology. Okay, gotta go to research and parapsychology. Alright, let's go over there. Fast travel. Where is parapsychology? I don't even know if I actually get like XP from like doing these things to like actually like level up or anything, but whatever. It's not hurting. You notice a lot of things download specifically at 10% of your overall DL speeds, like the browser. It makes sense. It's probably a like a limitation that the computer puts in to make sure that it's not like completely saturating the network, like right off the bat. I'm supposed to go to the right. Oh, there's a lot of them in here. Oh, where's the thing? Where's the thing? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, jeez. Oh, I died. That was rough. Now I wonder if I can restart that right away or if I have to wait for the notification. Okay. See, I don't think I ever even found hypnosis. I'm in research. I don't see hypnosis. So that's why I'm saying I don't think I actually have the hypnosis lab unlocked. All right. Well, we're going to go back to trying to find Dylan. Let's read this first. Nadine, send this to research for analysis. My precognitive powers. Urgent, Dr. Darling. Last night I had a dream. In the dream I was given the solution to a staffing problem I'd been presented with just yesterday. The problem is of a confidential nature and must therefore remain unclarified here, but I can assure you that the method through which I received this helpful information was undeniably paranatural. I can only draw the conclusion that I possess exceptional precognitive abilities and as such offer my services to the Bureau's research teams. We must utilize my powers for the greater good. Signed, Mr. Francis Bertram. Okay, Frank. Whatever you say, Frank. Oh yeah, I knew that. I know. Okay. Abilities. What new abilities? Oh, I have points for abilities. This is energy level, melee weapon, melee power. More health. Launch basic enemies when their health is low. Ooh. 50% launch damage. Shield, yeah, I'm not really so worried about the shield itself. So more energy. I do like the idea of more energy. That sounds good. Yeah. Okay, so where am I going back to now? Panopticon. How do I get to the Panopticon? I just saw it. Didn't I just see it? No, that was parapsychology. Coolant pumps, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how we get to... Containment. I have to get to containment. So where is containment? Come on. Let's see. Oh, Judge Judy Slayer is another another one of those bots. Because I saw that the name come up earlier somewhere. Ah, it is. I saw it in somebody else's thing. You weren't going to say anything? Okay, no problem. No, I mean, that's fine. You could have. I like chatting with it, just in case. Really? Small streamers DC servers? Really? Interesting. Called Timothy Spork about the end of the night. Yeah, you did. It's all good. Wow, I don't... Oh, okay, you're just banning these preemptively. Okay. Pain, hate, sad. What a name. What a name. Wait. What? Wait, did I even select a floor? Okay, so apparently this wasn't the kind of elevator to select a floor for. So... Whoa, that freaked me out. No, thank you. Oh boy. Thank you. I am done. No, thank you. Yeah, the Haas Rigger one I saw today. Saw you banned that one like right before you started earlier. So where even is containment though? I don't even remember coming across containment at all yet. Yeah, unfortunately at this point, if an account comes in and like they don't say anything, like they just drop a follow, like I'm pretty sus of that like right away. Like it's sad though because I know that there are genuine accounts that have come in and like dropped follows and then just not said anything. But it's kind of like, why do that? Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh, I almost had him that time. No worries, been called worse. Could have been called a knife. That'd be pretty bad. Okay. I have no idea where containment is. That's hotline chamber, executive board. This is like, I think containment is a section I have not been to at all. Do I need to just like chat with her a little bit more? Let me try that. Maybe I just missed something in part of a conversation or something. We'll give that a shot. And she's not here. Why is she not here? Where's Pope?
These suits lasted as long as they have.
He's off. We're all in this together.
Bullshit. I didn't see them fighting for the HRA lab.
What is this?
Rangers always neglect to pick up management.
Is this actually a room I haven't been into yet? Let's see. All right. Examination of paranatural topics, objects of power, and their parautility. Summary. Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals parautilitarians. The potency of these abilities depends on the parautilitarian. Using the object of power as an example, some parautilitarians can achieve a throwing distance of, while others are capable of as little as. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it is largely believed that some exists within the body and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished parautilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Refer to file 8/54/1982 for full report. Okay. If you say so. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot that I wanted to...
Did you see me take down one of those flying motherfuckers?
Wanted to go over here and see if I could craft anything.
It's ridiculous. Pope's grasping at straws.
Why?
Construct spin, I could still do that. Didn't I already construct Pierce? I thought I did. I guess not. New weapon form constructed. Okay, cool. Okay. Obscured weapon mod rare. Oh, so I can just grant like a random one. Let's see, can I upgrade? What? I'm confused. So what if I do spin? So I don't have the increased headshot damage for that. Let's see. Rate of fire plus 33. Damage plus 24. Accuracy. Damage against armor. Ammo cost per shot. I like that idea. Accuracy. So let's try that. Let's try this one out. What else do I have here? Health plus 20. And then what was this one? I don't remember here. Health recovery per element pickup. Yeah, let's try this out. Let's try this combination.
In order to alter human physiology, it would explain the hair loss, Think about it. The precision that would require is unthinkable.
That precision is unthinkable. So, yeah, I have no idea where this room that they want me to go is. They want me to go to containment and panopticon. But I have no idea where that is. I mean, obviously I can't really fast travel there yet because I haven't been there. Never mind. It must be something with that. Alright, so we're going to try going back to parapsychology. We're going to see if that down there is it. Did I die again and I missed a thing? I missed at least one of those. At least one of those. I might have actually missed two, but oh well. I'm gonna do just the one for now. Okay. No, I'm going the wrong direction. I need to go this way. If I need to go where I think I need to go, it's this way. Right? And then, so my guess is hypnosis. Oh, hey, that's the lab where I have to go to. I just realized that. I didn't even notice that before. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do that. Oh. These guys are all hypnotized. I missed it.
Object of power?
I'm sorry.
They're just
I heard all the doors.
mesmerized by it.
All the doors making sounds in the game. I didn't miss all of it. I only missed the... I didn't miss anything. Hi, FM Chairman. How you doing? That was weird. I don't know. For some reason, I was opening the doors in the game at the same time as the first one triggered, so I was kind of like, wait, what? But it worked. I caught it. But how are you doing, FM Chairman? Hope you're doing alright. Hope your day's been good. I don't know, what, okay. They didn't give me any reference for why that was the unlock, but we got it. That was just complete... Oh, there it is, right there. Sure. So what is it gonna do? Use C's to complete the astral projection challenge. Okay. Which button is C's? Golden copy NPC variation. Okay. So, what is the button for C's? Thank you for telling me that. Sure. Oh, whoops. Hold F to seize an enemy. Okay, I died. Okay. It's annoying that it doesn't tell you what to do until, like, you're right on top of it. Like, you know, that makes it kind of difficult. Trying to read what's happening as I'm getting attacked and I'm dying. Golden copy NPC variation. Okay, so where... Oh, okay, okay. Oh, neat. All right. So that's what it's about. Seized enemies will fight alongside Jesse. What is this? Officially Pants with his Prime Gaming. Thank you, Mr. Pants. How are you doing tonight? Oh, right? Oh, right, what? So what's going on, Pants? How was your day today? Oh. I've been approved / coerced. I love it. I love it. I don't like the fact that Justice said, oh, right. Makes me think that she's going to go and try to use hers.
Please state your name for the record. Paul Warren, Astromark, first class. And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result
there she is.
in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal
Well, thanks.
cognitive collapse,
Yeah, I know you usually
loss of
do.
ego, and partial to full dementia. Yeah. I
Yeah.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary.
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good? Yeah. Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren,
Prime on others a
please.
few times. But you get my heart and others don't, so there's that. Okay.
Their brains were fried when I took over the object.
Oh. Well, that stinks. I didn't mean to kill him. I'm just doing my thing. Oh boy. Cool. Where is he? Where's the big guy? Day was just fine until my boss made some dumb comment and it just got to me. Redirected the energy the moment I got home and decided to mow the already mowed lawn 1 notch lower. Hey, listen, if that's what you gotta do to you know, like you said, redirect it, I'm down with that. It's better off that than, you know, doing something that you'll be like, why the hell did I do that? Okay, I kind of like this gun. Where's the big guy? There he is. How did that miss him? Like, what the heck? Yeah, it will be. I agree. Oh, this guy. Really? Really? Come on. By the way, let me see real quick here. Nope, still pending. Okay. I submitted my new emote today. What do you mean? Oh, that's stupid. That's stupid. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Oh, geez. Ready for some GG support? Yo, Katana, what's up? I would definitely welcome some GG support. How's everybody doing? How's it going, Katana? Have I had a hype train yet? I mean, I have. I've had one. I have. It's been a while, but I've had one. I don't have anything, like, special for it. Thank you for the 200 bits, Pants. Where's the big guy? See, this is the problem. The big guy just keeps running away from me, and I don't even know... No, there he is. There he is. Okay. Found him. Found him! Jeez. Just gotta deal with him, that's all. Needs a third person. Yeah, it would need a separate person. It's fine though. Trust me, it's fine. I don't need that. Katana raiding with a party of 20. Hello everybody. Thank you, Katana, so much for that. That's right. So hi everybody. Shogun Sid with the follow. Thank you very much. Give me 1 second, everybody. Once I get done dealing with this guy, I will give some introductions and stuff like that. I promise. If I can get him, that is. This guy's kind of driving me crazy. Oh, I heard another one. I will read it. I promise. I promise, guys. I promise. See, he keeps putting his shields back up in the meantime. Everybody, hello, Stitch. Thank you so much. WTF Snipes. Hello, thank you for the follow. I am totally gonna die. I'm pretty sure of that. Oh, see, I called it. Called it. You lost it. It's okay. Yeah, no problem. It's okay. I'm not a sweat. But anyway, everybody, hi. Welcome to my wonderful place here, Indiana Crones. Hello. Economy 905. Hello. Everybody, thanks for coming in. GG support. Exactly. GG's is an awesome place. Anybody who's in here who doesn't know about it, which I would find hard to believe, GG's.tv is like a gaming-focused social media site. There you go. That's the easiest way to put it. Kind of like a hybrid of Twitter and Facebook and some other things, but it's very cool. Left me a message on the Discord. Oh, cool. I will have to take a look at that. Yep, I did actually post on it. I don't usually do that, but I did it tonight. And for anybody who, I see a bunch of new names tonight. So I'm Rob Steady, as you can tell. I play a lot of different kind of games. Mostly for streams, I am going to be sticking to single-player campaign-style games because it's just easier for me to help. Helps me focus on being engaging with chat, as opposed to playing multiplayer games where sometimes I kind of get a little focused on trying to play with the team. You know, when I'm playing a game with the team, I want to try to focus on them. But that kind of detracts my attention a little too much from the chat sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Tonight, it's bad. It's bad. Yeah, you do know Pirate. Yep, she's been in your side a few times. Pirate is my wife. The Justice Pirate. So, yeah, we usually travel sort of in pairs. Sort of. But yeah, and I do play other games offline too sometimes though, depending upon, what kind of stuff is going on. Play a bit of Warzone, play a bit of Counter-Strike, a little bit of Apex, kind of just getting into that one. You didn't know that? Yeah. Yep. That's us. So yeah, I mean, yeah, she is amazing. I do tend to agree. Yeah, we are an old married couple. It's true. Yep. But yeah, thank you so much, Katana, for the raid. I very much appreciate it. Love single player campaigns. Yeah, I grew up playing single player stuff. I got into a lot of multiplayer stuff. Actually, probably like when Justice and I started dating back in the day. Was kind of when I really started getting into multiplayer games. Yes, please with a shout out. I'm sorry, I didn't even think to mention that. But always loved playing single player stuff. Back in the day being 2000, yes. And so like this is kind of like my thing to play like single player games, single player campaigns. I like playing multiplayer games a lot, but this is kind of where like my mindset is like good as far as being comfortable. By the way, I missed this. I do have a death count. If you do bang death, you can raise the deaths on this stream count that I have going. I think I may have actually missed one or two, but Senior Dubby, hello, new here. Are you always so awesome? I try. Hi, Dubby. He's not really new here, guys, just so you know. W is another guy, like, Super SG and Venom Punk were here before. We were talking about how, like, we don't even remember when we were in that awkward stage of, like, meeting each other and stuff like that in streams. W's kind of one of those people. Yeah, instant VIP to at least one new person, apparently. So. But yes, I decided over the last, like, couple months when I got back into, like, trying to have a regular schedule for my stream that I'm going to focus on single-player campaign stuff, like, when I stream, because it'll be easier to take a break from that and interact with chat, as opposed to trying to focus on, oh, I got a mission thing to do. Instead of trying to focus on the team that I'm playing with, because it's very easy for me to get torn apart by the two, if you will. I don't know if it was the upper level or the lower level. It said power plant. But so Katana, how was the stream? What did you end up playing? I'm sorry, I missed it before. Hunter's Arena. Nice. I actually don't know if I've ever heard of that game. Is that like a BR thing, or what kind of situation is on with that game?
Keeping my eyes open.
So they said it was supposed to be maintenance in the power plant? Okay, so am I supposed to go to maintenance? Is that the point? Or is it just this? No, it's not this. Okay. I love how that they're just standing there with a gun. They're not helping me at all. Okay. We'll be streaming Doom. I'll come check that out for sure. Actually, I just recently finished my Doom playthrough. Last week was my finally completing Doom Eternal. I'd been playing it for almost 18 months.
Look alive.
And, yeah. Now, I do actually plan to probably go back and play, like, the original Quake sometime soon. Yeah, I should have a couple up. You can see the one from last week where I finished it. That's still up. Trying to think what else. Yeah, I was playing it and I took like a long break from it. I just got more into playing Counter-Strike and Warzone and I kind of didn't play it. So that's kind of where it ended up just turning into... It was kind of on hold. It was on the back burner. Yeah, I am actually quite happy to finish it. Like, I love the game. But like I was saying earlier, I have other games I want to get to playing. You know, so as much fun as I had with the game, it's kind of like, alright, we can finish this now. Where? Okay, so there are his nodes somewhere I have to find. I have not seen any of them up here. Oh, jeez. Where? Anyway, so I actually also have a game of... I have a save of the Medium that I started a while ago, just playing it by myself. And then I had decided I was going to... Oh, they're all up on there. Wow, it's lagging when I look it up there. Alright, so I gotta remember how to get up there. So my plan was, after I finished this game, to probably go back and finish the Medium. Just because I did have it started. But I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be what I do. So I have to remember how to get up, though. Because now I saw where they are. Don't mind watching slow campaigns, just have a hard time staying on them. Think I'm going to hook to online co-op. Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. I don't think I'm going to be able to get up there before the timer runs out, because I don't remember where the actual steps are to get up there. That's gonna be bad. And you know, not to say I won't ever stream multiplayer games. I do like playing like Warzone and Counter-Strike a lot and stuff like that. I just feel like sometimes it doesn't lend itself, the way that I am like very focused, it's difficult for me sometimes to be good at being entertaining while I'm playing and communicating with my team. Again, not to say that I won't ever stream them again, because I do enjoy playing them quite a lot, but it won't be my number one priority. But Economy, what kind of stuff do you like to play? So you said you like online co-op games. So like, is there a particular one that you that you're stuck on right now? Like, do you have a main? I guess would be the way to ask the question. Is that where it is? Through there? I don't think this is it. Played through Subnautica 1, super hyped for Below Zero, but ended up walking away from it. Ooh. Oh, also Hunter's Arena. And what is that? Because like I don't recall ever hearing that name before. Whoops. Yeah, that's kind of sad actually about Sub-Zero not being that great, because I definitely enjoyed Subnautica a lot, and my sons have been eagerly anticipating the time when I will purchase Below Zero or Sub-Zero. It's called Below Zero. Yeah, I'm remembering the name, right? Why am I doubting myself? Yeah, so that's a little bit frustrating to hear that it's not that great. Or maybe not to say that it's not that great, but it didn't grab you the same way, at least apparently. I'm trying to remember how to get up to that upper area. Oh, the door behaved weird. Okay. Oh, there it is. So that was what it was. Okay. It's a drop-down battle royale type. Below Zero was nice. Looked great. It was just way easier than the first. Oh, that stinks. Probably great for the kids. Well, they've both played. They're 14 and 12. At least the older one has done a full playthrough of the game by himself. I don't remember if the younger one has or not. I know the younger one enjoyed watching me play it, but I don't remember if he's actually played it through himself. Whoa, there's a lot of them here. This is going to be interesting. Oh boy. Get out of here. Oh man. You know what, now I'm trying to think about it. Maybe I have actually seen, I'm trying to think actually. I kind of think I did. Namron 68686. Hello. First one was scary as compared to Zero. Yeah, and that's the thing that I loved about the first game. Like, there were some things where you just came up and it's like, what the heck is going on here? You know, like sometimes when you'd interact with the mother or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, this game has it's got some interesting things that go on every once in a while. It's definitely got some kind of disturbing sort of stuff every now and again. Got some you know, creature animations and stuff that are like, what the heck is going on kind of thing. Alright, so there's that one. So there should be like 2 or 3 more, but I don't know where they are. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Oh, there's another one down there. I don't know if I can shoot that. Okay, there's that one. Alright, so there should be one more. Where is it? I don't know why my game is kind of like lagging tonight. The screams of the giant fish monsters. Yeah, exactly. There were things in that game that was just kind of like, whoa, like definitely like takes you off guard. And that's why I love the game so much. Like I'm kind of a nerd for like horror games, kind of, like not really. But I have a fun time with certain games that kind of play around and like, you know, make you kind of like play around. I don't know if that's really the right word. Games that make you say like, what the hell is that? How's that? I've kind of gotten over some of the horror game stuff. Like I used to play a lot of like Silent Hill and that kind of thing, but I don't really anymore. I never even played Resident Evil, any of them. So, yeah. I don't know. Bit of a nerd, I guess. Oh, hey, you're right there. And that hurt. And there's another one. There's another one up there too now. I'm supposed to get back up there somehow, I think. I gotta find out how. No, none of them. I've not played any of the Resident Evil games. I was thinking about trying to play, like, I don't know, maybe some of the older ones. Like, maybe some of the reboot games. But I haven't decided for sure on that yet. Not reboot games, but like, you know, the re-released ones. Whatever you want to call them. The remastered versions. I was thinking about potentially playing some of them. Because, I mean, they're basically the same game, right? Maybe go try Resident Evil sometime. Epic, I feel bad, I haven't played any of the new ones. Yeah, remastered. Yeah, like I watched Pondering Minds, she's another streamer, she's a friend. She started playing 7, and I watched a bit of that, but that to me was more like a, I mean it's horror, but it's kind of like whoa. You figured I'd played some of the Resident Evil? Yeah, no, it's right. It's odd that I haven't, to be honest. Because, like I said, like I love Silent Hill, and like Fatal Frame, and Parasite Eve, like all those old PlayStation, like horror. 8th is less horror than 7. Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. 8th was pretty good. Yeah. Don't bother with 6th. Yeah, Parasite Eve I love. Now, I was actually reminded not too long ago that I think I actually played Parasite Eve 2. Like I thought, or maybe it's the other way around, I forget. I think I thought that I was playing the second one, but I had actually played the first one. 6 made you not want to play anymore, huh? Ooh. Yeah, that's bad. I don't know how to get back up or down from here. I feel like I'm gonna have to jump and just die. Well, let me get rid of this node. Maybe this is part of the problem. But yeah, like especially like the first 3, I know that a lot of people have told me like I should play. 6 made you skip 7. It was so bad. Wow. I mean, 7 looked pretty cool. The part of the problem that I would have with 7 now is like I know what happens. Not from watching Pondering stream it, but just because I know now the storyline of the game and like what happens with it. But it comes across to me as more like straight horror, whereas I feel like the earlier games looked a little bit less like just straight horror like that, like in the sense of like House of a Thousand Corpses kind of horror. Oh, 8 finished the storyline arc. Okay. Alright. I think I remember hearing that, actually, that it was kind of like a continuation of that storyline. Oh yeah, it's even... Was it Ethan? The main character in 7? Isn't it like Never mind. I don't want to ask that question because I might give something away to somebody who hasn't played it and wants to. Never mind. Forget I started asking that question. I don't want to be blamed for any kind of spoilers or anything like that. So, yeah, yeah. I was gonna bring up his connection to 8, but I don't want to. That's no. Like I said, I kind of know his connection to 8, but whatever. Oh, we got a thing to read here, by the way. So the X-ray light box, OOP18PE. OOP, by the way, is object of power, not OOP. but I joke around and read it oop sometimes because it's funny. OOP 18PE, containment procedure, no unique procedures needed. The object is a light box used to examine X-ray images. The image cannot be removed from the light box. The information on the image belongs to a patient named... Yep, oop. Kind of like the sound. Oop. The object allows para-utilitarians to forcefully seize an individual's... The seized individuals become to the user. The effect lasts... Once trauma released, the seized as a result of the psychic trauma. The object has no current binder. Background. A janitor named... bound to the object at St. Anne's Hospital in... Soon, the building's occupants were by him. The Bureau dispatched an emergency response team to the perpetrator and the item. Fatalities numbered in the... For operational details, see case 26 HQ 452. Okay. And I feel like I saw whatever this...
Please state your name for
Oh, yeah. I heard that one already. All right. So, now to get back to actually what I'm trying to do, I'm supposed to find my brother. And he is in the containment section, which I don't know where containment is. I haven't been able to find it yet. But I have points for... Oh, I do have points. Did I not? Maybe I never did this before. Oops. Okay. So anyway, containment. I don't know where containment is. I think I was going to try to go through... Oh, no, that's right. Hypnosis is where I went before. Maybe this is containment over here. So maybe I do want parapsychology. Or is that astral exhibition? Okay. We're going to try this place out. I don't know. I'm kind of lost. In some ways. Because... on the left side there, you see there are the question marks with the black box or gray box. So that's somewhere I need to go to, which I haven't been to yet. Part of the problem is I don't know how to get there. So I have to figure that out. So I've been through this room already. I already saw that. I've already been in here. So the thing is contained in there. Yeah, so, like I said, already been through here. So again, I don't think I really need to go down here because this is, yeah, this is where I just was before. But I do need to be down, I think I might need to be down here. Make a right through extrasensory lab. There's a box up there. That's something new. It's just something I didn't get before. So there's that. Okay, another weapon mod, shatter recoil. Whatever good that does for me. Again, like I don't know. Oh, there's a door that's closed. I wonder if that's the door that I have to get to that I haven't been through yet. Oh, sensory tank purposes. Oh, this, okay, yeah. Things to read. Darling here. Some of you are curious why I had these sensory deprivation tanks installed. I thought I'd shed some light on the subject. Maybe some of you have heard of Dr. Yoshimi Tokui, the man behind the hugely popular guided imagery experience tapes. Apparently his tapes go beyond the normal meditative qualities of such things, but create genuine hallucinatory visions in some listeners, or so the reports say. We brought these tanks in to test Dr. Tokui's tapes for ourselves. Plus, there may be some stress-relieving uses for the staff down the road. I think we could all benefit from some time in a dark, enclosed space, don't you? If you have any more questions, feel free to stop by my office. You know where it is. You know what time it is. That's what that made me think of. These are sealed. I can't do anything with those. Those are sealed. Okay. Let's see. Dr. Tokui investigation. Dr. Yoshimi Tokui, a Japanese citizen residing in Tokyo, has produced a series of guided imagery experience audio recordings that have gained notable popularity around the globe due to his unusually swift rise in fame, along with reports of vivid accompanying the use of his tapes. Investigation sector staff were asked to look into Dr. Tokui's background. We found no past incident with an altered occurrence, nor any evidence of involvement with an altered organization. However, agents that attended a signing event reported when hearing Dr. Tokui speak. We recommend that the research team obtain an audio recording of Dr. Tokui's voice and perform any and all relevant analyses. Based on the findings, the investigation sector will determine next steps regarding Dr. Tokui, as well as his eligibility for the Prime Candidate program. Prime Candidate, huh? Refer to file 742-9633 for full report. Okay, thank you. So I still don't know... Oh, okay. That is the room. The extrasensory lab was the room that I hadn't been in. So that does nothing for me yet. Okay. I don't even... Like, I wonder if I have to go see Pope. Maybe I have to go see Pope and then talk to her about where I need to go. Maybe she'll give me some help. There's a thing here I missed. Personal mod. Launch efficiency. Probably don't have to keep that. Let's see. Launch efficiency 4. Ooh, well, that means I can get rid of 3. So that's negative 18, that's negative 14. Yeah, so we're going to get rid of that because I don't need that. Dodge efficiency, negative 12, negative 11. Let's see, this one was negative 15. So get rid of that. That's only negative 11 to 15. Okay. That's 19, that's 21. Trying to get rid of all the duplicates, especially the lower powered ones. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go back up. Let's see. All right, so that's locked now. Oh, that's open because this is the thing where the thing is. The thing where the thing is being held. The weird. I don't know. Big glittery ball. That's the way I'm going to. That's the way I'm going to describe it. Big glittery ball. Okay. So I think I need to go back to Central Executive. And then in the boardroom, I believe is where Pope is. And I think she may help me find where my brother is. I hope. Because otherwise I really don't have any idea what I'm doing. This is the boardroom in here. So, okay. Aha! There she is. Let's see. Let's see.
When you were down in research, did you run into a Dr. Rhea Underhill? I didn't. Who is she? She is a colleague of mine. A researcher studying a kind of extra-dimensional mold growing below research.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't like the sound of that. No one does.
No one
does. I haven't
does.
heard from Rhea since the Hiss arrived. Would you mind having a look around for her next time you're in research? Of course.
You're out, gonna go get some dinner, going to burn
what's on your
things while
mind?
watching streamers and trying to cook. Nice meeting you. I'll check out those Doom videos later. No problem, Economy. Thank you so much for coming by. Thanks for the follow. And yeah, feel free to check it out. And be a pleasure to see you around again at some point. So have a good night and enjoy the food and all that other stuff. Take it easy. Let's see.
I visited the quarry. What's the plan for all that black rock? The Bureau has used black rock almost exclusively for
What?
containment purposes.
What are you doing,
I
Justice?
say, branch
I
out.
didn't say I was raiding.
Instead of boxes, helmets. Instead of blast shields, knives. Knives? Yes,
No, I was just
knives.
saying goodbye to
So many
Economy
combat
because they said goodbye.
applications. Slicing, stabbing, gouging. Sorry. I've been trying to get Darling to explore combat applications for years. I got a little excited.
Wow. I did not expect that from her.
No, no, no. You were just
Place is looking good.
excited.
Arish is making real progress around here.
I mean, you
Right.
are starting
This
over
place
on
is a
the other thing
fortress.
soon, and
With him taking
I
care of
probably will
operations
stop
here, I can
soon.
spend more time analyzing
And I
his.
do want to.
I've been attempting to isolate and neutralize the Hiss resonance in blood samples.
I do want to do a raid
but no
for
luck so far.
the panel
So
that's
you
going on
can't
tonight.
reverse it. Not yet, but perhaps reversing it is too simple. See, if Hiss resonance can
Exactly.
rewrite human
Exactly.
genetics, then perhaps it's a question of rewriting the Hiss resonance. In theory, that could pave the way for custom human genetic alteration.
Well, why would you want to do that?
I wonder how often the phrase mad scientist is used around here.
For real.
How is HRA production coming along? Better than expected. We've already made enough to get people out of a couple safe rooms. And they're here, alive, thanks to you. And we never would have lasted this long if you hadn't walked in those doors.
You deserve thanks too.
Kind of a big deal.
We got this place up and running together, Emily.
It's okay.
I should be going. Enjoy your day.
Well, that didn't help me at all.
Oh, I will.
So yeah, I still have absolutely no idea where containment is, where the panopticon is. Jesse goes to the containment sector to find the panopticon, where Dylan is held. Where Dylan is held. Yeah. So that below research, that thing, I wonder if that elevator is working now. See, I know where that is, so maybe I'll go down there.
I was moving up, damn it.
I think I'll do that. Well, let's actually check real quick first to see. I don't think. No, I do not see Pondering Minds live yet. She is planning to do a panel tonight with some female streamers to just discuss what it's like being a female streamer. And Justice Pirate will be on that with her and a few other people. And I do want to bring as much love as we can over to that because it's just cool to see the ladies with a place to get together and chat and, you know, have a good time. And to just kind of bounce things off of each other and talk and to field questions from chat and stuff like that. But we gotta wait for her to go live before we can do that. So I might as well keep playing until that happens. No big deal, right? So, and since I know where this area is, oh, see, now that I just said that, now I just see a notification. Pondering Minds went live. So that's okay. Shortly, we'll do that shortly. Oh my word! Where's the thing? There it is. It's over there. Oh, I'm getting so hurt. Okay. Well, that was interesting. This is the elevator go down. Okay. See, and it's weird because the area that she was talking about, it was like an area I almost went to jump into before. But it looks like it's just like a wide opening. It just goes down. And... oh, no. I don't know if it's actually something I can go into. Or what. So. Alright. Let's see. So if I remember right, it's over... yep, it's over here. See, there's all this mold that she was talking about. There's the box that's over there. That I want to try to get to as well. Oops. No, I think I have to do it from here. There we go. Yay, I made it. Tried to do that box before, and just for whatever reason, I just could not get it. Got it this time. So yeah, this thing... see, she said under research. That's under research, but I don't know if there's an easy way for me to get down there. Oh, maybe? Maybe this is it? Oh, that's a big long thing I almost want to read, but not really. All right, here's another document. Let's go see. Unread. Okay. Song questionnaire. Auditory experience 84.c. Poets of the Fall. My dark disquiets. Answering questions within 2 minutes of listening. Did the song elicit any particular memories? If so, elaborate. Did you at any point feel a strong emotion? If so, what emotion? Did a clear image of a weapon appear at your mind during the song? If so, elaborate. Provide a detailed description of your current surroundings as you see them. Have you ever heard the murmur of voices when no one is present? If so, what did they say? Do you hear them now? Please choose one from the following pairs. 6A, 1 or 2. 6B, A or B. 6C, day or night. 6D, apple or orange. 6E, burnout or fade away. That's a tough one. Oh, this is the song that they were talking about. I wonder if that's the lyrics on the side over there. That's kind of funny. I actually want to check that out. Not right now, but I want to check that out. Ooh, this is like a big listening room. I can just listen to the song. That's kind of cool. But anyway. Let's see. So that is not the place with the mold that I was thinking of. That I was hoping it would be, at least. So let's go... I want to try it, but I'm afraid this is going to kill me, and then that's just all it's going to be. It's just going to kill me. Oh, wait. No, there are, like, things to do. Oh! There are little, like, platforms to jump down, so I don't just die. Oh, look at that. Okay. I didn't even notice that before. Look at that. A way to survive. Oh, I see all the mold stuff. That's crazy. Whoa. This reminds me of the end of Remnant. That, like, last room you get to. That's pretty crazy. So there's a little charge block there.
Careful in there, ma'am. Area's under quarantine.
Yeah, look at all the... Wow, that's pretty crazy. So this is her, I guess.
Are you lost?
Are you lost? No, I'm the director.
Do you normally barge into people's private workspaces?
She clearly doesn't know who she's talking to. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
Why? Because of those hiss things the Rangers keep going on about. Haven't you people sorted that out yet? The situation down here could spell doom for the Bureau.
You mean this mold?
Correct.
Correct.
Perhaps you could help me. I require samples of various mold strains, and the mold has made the environment far too dangerous for me to fetch them myself.
Really? Mold samples? I thought this could spell doom.
It could, and it will, whoever you are. The mold is
It's funny, she doesn't know who I am. Everybody else in the game so far has known who I am.
And these samples will do that?
That's kind of funny.
No. Samples of 5 unique strains, when blended properly, will allow you to travel deeper into the pit, where I've pinpointed the approximate location of the source of the mold.
Oh.
Okay.
That sounds like fun.
So what do these samples look like?
Similar to the one on my table there. I've made a list of the samples I need. Here. You'll find them throughout the threshold.
I'll take a look. My name's Jessie, by the way.
I'm sure it is.
Collect oh, okay. I thought it was like trying to tell me to like read all of that at one time. That kind of confused me a tiny bit. All right, so real quick, I want to check to see if if Pondering is live or not yet. Which it looks like she is. So we are going to wrap this shindig up before I get any further into helping this lady out with her thing that she wants. And we're going to go give that raid to the Pondering Mines. Switch that over just so it's easier. Oh, man. Pondering Mines. Okay. So, as Justice showed everybody before, my raid call here, Rock and Steady with a Rob Steady raid. If you are subbed, you can grab the whole thing. If not, feel free to just grab the Rock and Steady with the Rob Steady raid, or you can just, you know, say hi or something like that. It's cool too. Like I said, Pondering Minds is a friend of both myself and Justice Pirate and a few other people that are in here tonight. And this is a panel that she does every once in a while where she just has a few different people on to talk about some different mental health things and stuff like that. Tonight she is specifically having a few female streamers on to just have a discussion about, you know, what they have to go through, different things like that. Just in general, kind of what it's like to be a female and stream. Because obviously I'm a guy. I only know what I know about what it's like to be a female streamer from dealing with my wife, talking to my wife, and you know, hearing it from her. So it'd be neat to see this perspective and see what else other people have to say about it. So like I said, we're gonna head over to do that, and I will see you guys when I see you. So have a good night.